How do you normally feel in the morning? Do you feel really tired and fatigued when you wake up and not ready to start your day? Imagine waking up with a bunch of energy and not needing to drink coffee immediately or have a bunch of energy drinks. When you get a little older and you have all these tasks, it's naturally tiring and you just get more tired. However, if we take little steps to approach a healthier diet and more exercise throughout the day, throughout the week, then we can begin to see drastic changes in our life. In recent times, practically all research suggests that there is a strong connection between lifestyle habits and our mental health levels. So today we'll explore how certain foods and regular exercise can positively impact your sleep quality, your brain chemistry, your energy levels, and your overall mental well-being. So to start, we will look at how food affects our brain, and then second, we will talk about exercise and how that affects our overall mental health. And then lastly, we'll close with talking about how when you combine the two, that it's naturally a superpower and a very good combination to change your life. Certain foods are better than others, and foods that are rich in fibers and proteins and omegas, these are good for our gut. And our gut naturally makes up about 60 to 80% of our immune system, just in our gut. So think about if you're eating all these processed foods, then that's going to negatively impact your gut, which is 60 to 80% of your immune system, and naturally you're probably going to get more sick and you're not going to feel as well, and you're going to have lower energy levels. So we can look at the first slide here, talking about the serotonin and the immune system. Serotonin is a chemical released in your brain that produces happiness, and we can get this from eating healthier foods. There are actually sugars that are good for you, and these are mainly found in fruit. That's why fruit is sweet. And we don't want to be eating candy and baked treats because they have too much processed sugar, which can really negatively impact our gut and our overall health and diet. A study from Harvard, from author Ava Selhub, says studies have compared traditional diets to the Mediterranean diet or Japanese diet to the traditional Western diet, and have found that people that are on the Mediterranean diet have naturally a 25 to 35% lower levels of depression. So we can look at that slide now. And this is the Mediterranean diet. You have olive oils for your fat, avocados for your healthy fats. You got a lot of fruits and vegetables that they naturally grow in gardens, and a lot of whole grains too. And you look lower on the spectrum and you can see there's nuts. And when you look even lower than that, you can see that there's fish and there's meat and there's poultry and there's dairy, and these things typically in America are something that is almost in every meal throughout the day, and the Mediterranean diet says we need to be doing those things less. Limit to 1 serving a day. While food is looked at here as a big factor for how we feel and function, let's move into how exercise can do the same thing, but in a little bit of a different way. So the benefits of exercise are going to be increased mood, less isolation, you get to be outside, you get reduced stress and anxiety, releasing endorphins, you can increase your self-confidence and self-esteem, basically everything you could ever want, and solving a lot of problems for a lot of people. And when it comes to exercise, you actually don't need as much as you would think. Like, you only need like 15 to 20 minutes every few days to make a drastic change in your life and help you get out of a mental rut or something. But I think consistency is really key, and exercising more than this, like we can look at on the next slide, at least 150 minutes a week of getting your heart rate elevated. And this can just be above resting. You don't even need to go run, you can just go walk. You can go walk for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and elevate your heart rate a day, and that's plenty. And we can also look at muscle strengthening, like lifting, things like this. Only 2 days a week. You don't need to worry about going, 7 days a week. I mean, that's just overwhelming, especially when you first start. That's too much. So now we can move into the combination of the two. And Rob Newsom and Dr. Anis Rahman say that a healthy diet, exercise, and sleep are the 3 pillars to life. As we can see right here, these 3 pillars: diet, activity, sleep. Better Health states it like this: for mild, moderate depression, so pretty low, research suggests physical activity can be as effective as getting outside, and it can be as effective as taking antidepressants or psychological treatments like therapy. And these things cost money, and all you need to do is go outside and get a little bit of exercise. And we can look at another source that says, Mayo Clinic says that when you exercise, your brain releases dopamine. And dopamine is also something that really increases happiness. It's the chemical in your brain related to happiness. The last slide here is all the health benefits that we have: diabetes protection, lower risk of heart disease, things like this, decreased joint pain, better mood, more energy, things that really help in overall. So through all this, I hope you're encouraged and not overwhelmed. You don't need to be working out 7 days a week. You can just start 15 minutes 1 day a week and just start there and try to get some healthier foods in, and just spend maybe a little bit extra money on your health, because it's probably better to spend less or a little bit more money now than a lot of money at the hospital later in your life. I don't want you guys to get mad if you mess up, because everyone messes up, and we can just take it day by day and partake in a healthier lifestyle so you can overall enjoy life more. Thank you.